we drunk and all of our thumbs went up in the air. Singing in the wind, sung to the thunder, rolling over and over, we down the river, we drunk and all of our thumbs went up in the air. Singing in the wind, sung to the thunder, rolling over and over, we down. We're getting on fire, we're raising up higher. The bottle is up, we're over the top, it's time to get wild. The time of a life, it's happening now. We're out of control, together we're rolling over and over, we down the river, we drunk and all of our thumbs went up in the air. Singing in the wind, listen to the thunder, rolling over and over, we down the river, we drunk and all of our thumbs went up in the air. Singing in the wind, listen to the thunder, rolling over and over, we down the river, we drunk and all of our thumbs went up in the air. Singing in the wind, listen to the thunder, rolling over and over, we down the river, we drunk and all of our thumbs went up in the air. Singing in the wind, listen to the thunder. We got a rock party till the last shot. Fill that jug and raise your cup up. We got a chug, better take it and stop. Hey, come drink it till the last drop. So please just let us burn down this place, and we will end up in the O.A. Let's get ready for a drinking game. So come and sip it till the last drop. Over and over, we down the river, we drunk and all of our thumbs went up in the air. Singing in the wind, listen to the thunder, rolling over and over, we down the river, we drunk.
Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me? Hi. Yeah, of course you can hear me. Hello, anyone?
Hello, I can hear you.
Hi. Hi Rachel, how are you? Oh, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh, we've got another person in. Let me just let them in. How are we all doing? Everyone had a good week?
Yeah. Really good week.
Perfect. Oh, you've been busy, haven't you, Rachel?
Yeah, I've been busy.
So you've got me this night, so enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let Laura in. Okay, just let her in. So obviously it's been quite a busy, productive week. It's been a really good week. Obviously lots of rockets. You've obviously had Rachel and Glenn firing off in their competition together. Whoever's going to win that, I you know, still time. Obviously I haven't had the pleasure of speaking to everyone, but I think everyone that is on the call at the minute, obviously we've worked together and it's going well, I think. So just to go through, this is the quote of the week: success is not an activity but a process. So anyone who knows me knows that this is kind of my like, I don't know,
Motto.
my motto, thank you, my mantra. And it's so important to have a process, especially in this job. You've got to have organisation, otherwise, you know, you don't know where you're going or where you need to get to. So I'm massive on, you know, spreadsheets, making sure, you know, your pipeline's in order, case submissions in order, and you know what's going to be going on, you know, risk. Yeah, so I think that strongly represents me. And obviously you guys know where I am if you need anything. So this week we've kind of been getting really big on referrals and the importance of it. We work very much on referrals. So these are a few ways that you can kind of get referrals for our business. So ask clients to say thank you and recommend you on Facebook. Everyone knows that you know, Facebook and social media is the big thing now, and it says a lot to see someone recommend you, and hopefully you'll get more people just willingly, you know, wanting your services. Ask for 5 names of people who may consider your services. If you ask for 10, you might get 5. If you ask for 5, you might get 1. 1's better than nothing, and you've got to ask. Obviously there's the Amazon email that people you all should have like a signature of. I know Glenn's sent that on to one of his clients at the minute, so, and that will just keep regenerating your leads. Referrals are 30% higher conversion rates than leads, so definitely get them in there. Start every appointment with "I work by referral and recommendations." If you would kindly think of anyone that would benefit from my services, could you please pass on their details? It's all about process. If you just get into the habit of doing it, then you know it will just become part of what you do in your appointments. Always say thank you, because you know you wouldn't be where you are without their business. So yeah, always be hospitable with that, and just ask. It's the biggest thing. If you ask, then you know all they can do is say no, and yeah. So we've got Heena with us from Vitality. That's the big thing today, and Vitality is quite a unique provider. Really promotes healthy living, engagement programs, and unique serious illness. So Heena.
Hello, thank
Hello.
you.
How are you?
Hi, how's everyone?
Yeah, good.
Good. How many of you have we got today? I was expecting about 8.
Yeah, we've got 1, 2.
I can see 3.
Got
And yourself.
got 5, I think.
Okay. All right.
So-
I can't see everyone on my screen, so that's fine. I just wanted to know how many people there are on the screen. But thank you. Just a couple of things before I start. Unfortunately, my daughter's not really well, so she's at home, and my husband's running late from work. So in case you see her come in here and there, apologies. And my son's got tuition downstairs, which is why I've been kicked to the bedroom. So it's a bit of a madhouse today on a Thursday. But yeah, thank you for having me today for Vitality Talk. I think Mark was really keen to kind of for me to go through what Vitality is all about and why we're kind of very different to the market. So initially, before I start sort of showing the presentation, I just wanted to give you a little intro for myself. So my name is Heena Sandhu. I work as a business development manager for Vitality. I've been with them for now 4 years. And prior to working with Vitality, I worked as a bank manager and area manager for a bank, basically, for the last 16 years. Kind of supporting and training the new starters that came in terms of home insurance and life insurance as well. So plenty of experience in the field, and a bit like Haley said, if you guys do need any help and support, I'm here as well. And not just for Vitality, if you need support in how to pitch it, how to do fact finds and things like that, more than happy to kind of do a one-to-one session or a team session to kind of support you guys. Right, I've not used Zoom often, so I'm going to just try to share the screen, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm going to share. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Is that all enlarged?
I'm going to mute myself.
Oh, you're going to, okay. Can everyone see the Vitality screen or the slides that I'm sharing? Yeah, okay, fab. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background about Vitality, and then obviously walk through to the products that we offer. You might have heard that Vitality is quite a healthy firm, and they try to kind of engage clients to live a better lifestyle. And it all kind of builds in with the purpose, which is to make people healthier, enhance and protect their lives. That's not to say that the Vitality product is only for healthy people. Our purpose is to kind of make clients aware of the lifestyle currently that they're living and how healthy they are. Whether they choose to do something about it and engage with that program, obviously that's entirely the client's option. But we have ways to kind of encourage them to get healthier as part of our program, and obviously offer rewards as well, just to incentivize everyone to kind of get involved in the Vitality program. So first of all, we offer products pretty much similar to market in terms of life insurance, serious illness cover, income protection, which is our standard covers. And then you add the additional covers, which is our child sick cover, family, and sorry, my screen's jumping up and down because my daughter's jumping on the bed. Sorry, so sit down. So we offer those similar products in terms of the protection, similar to the market. The one thing that Mark wanted me to kind of focus on today was the optimizer product that we offer, but also the serious illness cover. I think you guys have been doing these sessions for a few weeks now, so you kind of probably get to know the market. It talks about KIC a lot, so it's critical illness cover. Vitality is the only provider that offers serious illness cover, and I'll go through why that difference is between the KIC and the sick. But I want to focus on the optimizer plan first. So when you do quotes with Vitality, everywhere on the quote system, you'll see Vitality's the core cover with an optimizer name on the side, and what that actually means. What the optimizer basically means is that we offer all our clients up to 30% upfront discount. So they have an option to reduce their premium. So for example, if you've done a quote with a competitor, it might come out to be £100 a month. If you did the same quote with Vitality, it will potentially be 30% cheaper than what everyone else is offering. So it's up to 30%, not necessarily 30% for every client. So just bear that in mind. And in terms of engagement with our program, like I said earlier, the way that we kind of incentivize our clients is to keep that reduced premium that we offer up front. They need to engage with our program, kind of keep themselves fit, do the activity levels, and there's various different types of activities and the ways that they can engage with the program, which I won't cover off today because of that we'll go off to another session and kind of go through it in a bit more details. But basically they can do walking, so step count, gym exercise, swimming, cycling. So these are just some of the activities that they can do to kind of, one, to keep that premium as reduced as possible. If they don't, it will start going up over the time, over sort of years, but not initially. So every client almost has a control of what they pay. If they want to continue paying a reduced premium and with the discounted rate that we've offered them, they have to engage with the program. It's a bit like car insurance. When you get your no claim bonus, you get a big discount. So I suppose the deal is with car insurance that you've got to drive safely, not have accidents, to keep that reduced cover or the amount. As soon as you have an accident and you make a claim, it will start going up. So our plan is similar, I guess. So if you don't engage with the program, your premium will slowly start creeping back up. If you engage with our program, it will stay the same as what we've given you a discount on. And how many years you get that discount for is down to the client. If they have the activity levels that we need for the life of the cover, so if they've taken a plan out for 20-30 years, they keep that reduced premium for the life of the cover, so it doesn't actually increase. And so to incentivize them to kind of give something back to them and almost dangle that carrot to say, look, we're not just asking you to do this for nothing, we're actually going to reward you every time you get healthy, every time you take those extra steps to work, or go take your dog for an hour walk rather than a half an hour walk, sort of things. So I'm sure some of you guys might have heard the rewards that we offer are Cafe Nero. So on a weekly basis, our clients can earn a voucher to purchase a Cafe Nero coffee, and also get discounted rates on Cafe Nero products such as yogurts, drinks, and things like that. Apple Watch, so you can order an Apple Watch through Vitality, and what you pay for it depends on your activity level. So again, you manage what you pay for that Apple Watch. So if you're engaging well with us on a weekly basis, you could potentially pay absolutely nothing for that Apple Watch. But if you don't engage as much as you need to, you may pay certain amounts, but it all depends on how often you engage and how much you engage with us. Amazon Prime, potentially you can again pay absolutely nothing on Amazon Prime, because I think it's a monthly premium of around £8 a month. Vitality would pay for it if you do the right engagement level. Cineworld vouchers, so we basically provide you with a fortnightly cinema voucher for Cineworld or View of, again, your choice. And if it's a family plan and both of you, so both of the partners have actually achieved the desired activity level, you and the children on the plan would get some cinema vouchers. So potentially you could get 4 cinema tickets on a monthly basis to kind of treat your family. So when you actually calculate all of the benefits that we offer, and I haven't even touched the benefits on the right hand side, I've kind of just highlighted some of the main ones. When you actually calculate that into pounds money, it would actually work out that we're actually giving more in benefits to you than you are paying for your premium to have the cover with us. Does that make sense? Hopefully, yeah. So these are the activity rewards that I've just covered off. So the clients need to have an activity engagement with us to earn the benefits that I've just covered off. On the right hand side, these are the benefits that we offer all our clients, regardless of whether they engage with us or not. So you've got the main ones are probably Champagne Spa. So you can have a spa day or a spa weekend with Vitality. If you're a member of Vitality, you get 75% off per visit. And there's no limits to how many visits you can have to this spa. So if any of you guys know or heard of Champneys, they normally charge you around £150 to use their facilities for the day. And we will basically take off 75% of that. This includes breakfast and lunch included. So that's amazing kind of benefit for all our clients, regardless of what price their premiums are at. So they could take out a plan for potentially £8 a month, which is a minimum plan amount, and they could have those benefits on there. And some of you have probably seen the most popular one again with us is the gym vouchers. So discount rates on gym. You get 40% off on Virgin Active, Nuffield Health, and our brand new partner recently that's joined is Pure Gym. So again, if you've got any clients that have gym membership, straight away they've saved nearly 40 to 50% on their gym membership. And again, they don't need to do any activity levels to get that benefit. It comes as part of their cover. Only one thing for the gym membership, they need to have premiums of £25 a month. But again, I can go into the kind of the T's and C's a bit later on, but this is just kind of giving a high level of what we offer our clients, just for them to kind of get themselves healthier, really. So it's one, they're kind of obviously improving their health and their lifestyle, but in return we're also giving them extra incentives to say thank you for actually looking after yourself almost. So those are all the rewards that we offer. So if you see, when you do quotes, or when you sit with Kaylee and do quotes on there, when you see the optimizer basically means we'll give you a discount up front, but also you control your premiums of what you pay. And the more you engage with us, the more benefits we offer you to kind of incentivize you and say thank you for engaging with the program. Okay, so that's just the optimizer. We'll go through it as many times as you need to kind of get your head around it. Appreciate it is the first time and it's very different to probably every other provider. It is very different to every other provider out there. So yeah, we can go through it as many times as you need. I can do group sessions again, or one-to-one sessions if you need the support, but just obviously reach out to me and just say, can you go through anything? Are we okay with that? Are you happy for me to kind of move forward, or do you want me to confirm anything or clarify anything on there? No, okay, I'm just saying nod, so I'll go with that. We're all okay for now. So like I said, serious illness cover, all the other providers call their cover critical illness cover, and we call it serious illness cover. There is a major difference with what we offer and what the competitors offer in the market. I just want to kind of first go through what we offer and why we offer it. So initially, the serious illness cover was designed in the market purely because in South Africa, where Vitality originally started from, Adrian Gore, which is our CEO, basically discovered a gap in the market in South Africa that people were getting sick, but there were with the medical science now and the treatments that are offered to our clients, people were living longer, but they didn't have cover to protect them for longer life. To give you an example, if somebody's been diagnosed with cancer at stage 2, for example, and they've got a cover for £100,000, most of the providers will give you that £100,000 and that cover ends. But the way we were living at the moment, and like I said, the treatments that are available, and the research and the doctors that we've got available to us now, people tend to survive that stage 2 cancer and live a lot longer. Some could potentially, live up to 60, 70, 80, depending on when they've been diagnosed. So the lifespan all of a sudden extends a lot longer than what it used to back in the day when critical illness was originally designed. However, once they've been paid out initially, they've found themselves in a position in 10 years' time when that cancer's come back, financially, they can't cope because they don't have any funding and they have to give up work, and they potentially still got mortgages and still got kids to put through education, etc. So Adrian decided to kind of come up with a product that would provide the clients cover for longer life and provide cover for sort of each condition at the stage it needs it. So how serious illness cover basically works is we don't give a lump sum in one go. So if you've got a cover for £100,000, we won't just give you £100,000 unless the severity of your condition is quite bad, basically. What we do is we pay it on severity level. So all the conditions that we cover, every single one of the conditions has been kind of marked under a severity level based on, of course, we know, the research being done in terms of what the impact it has on you as a person, your lifestyle, your family life, your work, etc. So to give you an example, if you've been diagnosed with stage 1 cancer, with the treatments available now, obviously the research shows that potentially with stage 1 cancer, you could go back to work within 3 months. There's very little treatment that you need, and it has a very low impact on your life in terms of finances. So what we would do in that instance is give you a percentage of the cover that you've taken out initially. So if you've taken out £100,000, we might potentially pay you 25% of that £100,000, which means you would get £25,000. What that means is, if in 5 years' time or 3 years' time that cancer comes back, you still have £75,000 in your pot to be handed out to you. When you take a cover out with Vitality, you can make multiple claims at no extra cost, so your premium remains the same throughout the whole life of the cover, and you can make multiple claims as long as you don't exceed 3 times the initial sum assured. So if you've taken out a cover for £100,000, potentially maximum cover or payout that you would get from Vitality could be £300,000, depending on how many claims you've made and what you've got left in the pot, and obviously the severity level as well. So if you've made, say, 100% payout, obviously we'll give you that £100,000, and you could still potentially have another £200,000 left, depending on the way the plan is set up. But again, we can go through that in a bit more detail later. But the reason why our cover is different is, one, we pay on severity level, so you have that cover for longer life, and you can claim through Vitality for multiple times, potentially getting a 3 times sum assured payout. And when you actually do a quote, we're not quoting you on that £300,000, we're quoting you on that £100,000 initially that you take out. So it's not like we've tripled the amount of quote to kind of make up for the potential payout that we might do. So it's amazing cover. It's very different from the market. It's market leading product. We've won unlimited, kind of like, not unlimited, sorry. We've we've won quite a few awards pretty much every year. Every time there is an award ceremony for under insurance, Banner Vitality has come away with the best critical illness provider of the year, of the quarter, sort of thing. So it is amazing product. It is a quality product, so it might not be the most cheapest product in the market. I put my hands up for that. You might have other providers that give you a cheaper cover, but in terms of the quality of cover that you're getting and the severity levels you're getting, and the fact that you've got a cover for longer life, it's an amazing product, and that's what makes it stand out from all the providers out there. So those are the main things, but also we cover 3 times more conditions than any other provider out there. We cover 182 conditions on our serious illness cover plus cover, and I think Royal London is probably the closest to us. I think they cover about 84 conditions. So obviously Vitality is at 182 conditions. So every body part that you can think of, we've got a severity level for that to have a payout. And we've got, out of those 182, there are 64 conditions that we cover that are unique only to Vitality. So there's no other provider that gives you any type of payout for that. On top of my head, I can think of is blindness in one eye. No other provider will pay out on blindness in one eye. Vitality will give you 15% payout. So it might not be a lot of payout, but it still get £15,000. And with that £15,000, you may want to get second opinion, or might want to, I don't know, travel to another country to get private treatment, or whatever it is that you might want to do. That £15,000 could potentially help you to have that treatment or have that consultation with the private consultant. But no other provider will give you anything. So it's having something rather than nothing. And I think that just kind of, what I've just basically said. So serious illness cover, on the standard cover, we cover still 153 conditions. So again, it's way more than any other provider. And on the plus, it's 182 conditions. Are we okay so far? Do we understand how kind of serious illness cover is different from the market?
Heena, we've just got a couple of questions.
Yes.
Agota said, what happens if the illness does not come back? Will it never pay the rest out?
If the same condition doesn't come back and something else happens during the term of your cover, would pay out on that condition. So just on top of my head, so if you had a stage 1 cancer, chances are that cancer will come back. But say you're fortunate enough that cancer never comes back and you're absolutely fine, but in 10 years time you have a heart attack or stroke, will pay out on those. So you still basically have that cover for something else, another condition, and that's what the purpose of the cover is. So obviously you've taken out critical illness cover or serious illness cover to protect you against the if something was to happen, and that cover will stay in place for something else to happen. So it's not just that we've paid on cancer and we'll only ever pay out on cancer again. We will pay out on any of those 181 conditions potentially, if you did have, sorry. Does that answer the question? Whosever question it was?
Are you happy with that, Agota?
Yeah, thank you. I'm just still a bit confused as to, I understand what you're saying, but what if you are fortunate enough that nothing comes back? Then would that money, the rest of the money, not be paid out? So basically in my head it works a bit like, as bad as it sounds, pro rata, how serious is your illness, and based on that they pay out. But if nothing comes back, then probably they won't pay out.
They won't pay out, that's correct. So it's similar to any critical illness cover out there. So if you take out a cover, say for 20 years to protect your mortgage, and if in those 20 years nothing happens to you, you don't get any payout for critical illness either.
I'm with you, yeah.
Similar to the serious illness cover, if you've say you took out cover for 20 years, and in the 5th year you were diagnosed with stage 1, stage 2, whichever cancer it might be, you'd get that percentage payout with Vitality. And in the next 15 years, nothing happens to you, like any other cover, you won't get a payout, because obviously the protection that we're taking out is in case something happens. And of course, if nothing happens, you won't get any payout. So similar to your car insurance, we pay car insurance on a yearly basis. If we have no accident, we have no claims, you don't get your car insurance back to you.
No, no,
So
no.
it's similar to that. So if you take out £100,000 cover to protect you for 20 years, if nothing happens in that 20 years, and you hope nothing happens to you in that 20 years anyway, that cover just ends. And it's no different with Vitality. It just means that if something small happens to you, would still give you a payout, but if something else bigger happens to you, you'd get a lump sum. But you know that I'm saying, I'm talking about a percentage of payout based on a minor condition rather than something really serious. So if you did have a major heart attack, would pay the full money out, would give you 100% payout. So it's not that you're only going to get a percentage of what you're covered for. We would pay out on major conditions, heart attack, cancer, stroke, you will get your full 100% payout. But it just means that if that cancer comes back again, or if that heart attack happens again in 5 years' time, you could potentially get another 50,000, 100,000 based on the cover that you've taken out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. Thank you very much for clarifying it.
Sorry. Any other questions? No, that was the one. Okay, so I'm hoping that you kind of got your head around a little bit of why critical illness cover and serious illness cover is very different, and what we offer is completely unique to Vitality, and it's very different from the market as well. And again, I appreciate, because it's different and it's not as straightforward as, you know, you get critical illness, here's your 100% payout, etc. If you do need me to kind of go through it again, more than happy to kind of, like I said, I keep saying, I'll set up extra meetings, one-to-ones or kind of group meetings to kind of go through it. But yeah, so that's what I just wanted to cover off today, was in terms of your optimizer and the benefit of having the optimizer on all your plans, the rewards that we offer if a client does engage with us, and obviously based on the engagement level is what we get, what you get rewarded on. The more engagement level you have with the program, the better rewards that you'll get. And obviously the serious illness cover, which is why it's very different. Just a couple of extra slides. I'm not going to go through it in too much detail, but this is just to kind of show you a journey of how we kind of measure our clients and what discounts, etc. they get. So all our clients, when they take out a plan with us, will start on a bronze status, and their plan, well, the purpose of the optimizer is that every client should aim for that platinum. So it's almost a journey over 12 months for all our clients, and their goal is to basically get to that platinum level, which shows you the points level above, and the points level we calculate is on the type of activities they do. Very easily calculated, very easily tracked. You just need a Fitbit, Apple Watch, Garmin watch, or some sort of activity tracker to kind of track your steps. They're all connected to a Vitality app, so every client has to download a Vitality app through Vitality, obviously Apple Store, or their Samsung, I think it's Google Store or something, and they can basically, it's all linked through Vitality, and that's what you basically use to find out what rewards you can have, where you're at in terms of your points level or your activity, your engagement level through Vitality, and it's basically free to kind of keep track of what you need to, but it just kind of shows you the journey that every client needs to do on a 12 months basis. So every 12 months they kind of revert back to bronze, and they have to work their way up to platinum to keep that discount they initially have with getting that optimizer. And depending on where they end up each year will determine basically what discount they'll get with Vitality. But again, we can go through it in a bit more detail later. In terms of support with Vitality, of course, first and foremost, I'm here. reach out to me, call me, email me, whichever one is easier. Like I said, more than happy to do sessions with you guys at any time. Happy to do joint meetings that I've done with some of my brokers. So if you've got a client and you want me to kind of just support you and you're pitching on Vitality, I'm more than happy to either do it on Teams or pop down with you as and when you have that client meeting as well. But we have got a very amazing Vitality Academy, which basically has everything in terms of Vitality on there. It has slides that you can use with clients. It has all our products explained in every little detail, the points, how to track points, Vitality app, what we offer, and also videos as well on how to pitch that Vitality product. So obviously feel free, it's absolutely free to kind of register yourself. And also every time you do any training, any courses, you do earn your CPD points as well, which you need to get on a yearly basis. So any training, any course that you do online, it does count towards your CPD as well. But also there's a lot of support on there for you to kind of go through. We've got Advisor Hub, which you will all have access to once you're signed up and qualified, and you basically do all your quotes. Everything is online. We try not to do applications just because of the errors that we get, but everything is online. And again, I can talk you step by step on how to do quotes. What does the quotes mean? What you need to add on there to kind of present to your clients. Multifunction benefits is basically adding different quotes onto the system, and you can do it all in one application rather than doing different types of application. You've then got the Vitality Optimizer underwriting and obviously phone underwriting as well. So if you get a client that needs to do medical, Vitality team can actually ask them all the medical questions if the client doesn't want to give you all the medical information. So, you know, you might be doing a quote for family and friends and they don't feel comfortable giving you all that medical history. You can just do to the quote stage and then pass it on to our nurses, and they'll basically phone the client to get that medical history to kind of almost do the final step for you rather than you doing it. So yeah, there's plenty of support. And like I said, I'm around anytime you need me, just get in touch. I'll send out the slides to Kaylee that she can kind of send them out to you, go through it, read through it. And obviously Vitality is pretty much hard to miss at the moment. Our marketing is amazing. You know, you see that our Stanley the dog pretty much everywhere walking around nowadays. But yeah, it's a great company to pitch on. It's a great product that we offer. It is a little bit different, so you would need to spend that extra 5-10 minutes to kind of explain to your clients, but the benefits of it is amazing. And of course we offer something no other provider offers, so just keep that in mind in terms of when you're doing your fact finds, is what is that client looking for and are they best suited. But yeah, that's all Vitality. Any questions for me?
Any questions at all? Anyone?
Anything I've not covered off that you wanted me to cover off today?
Now's your chance. No, I think we're all happy. Thank you so much for coming on.
That's all right. Thank you so much. Sorry about the noises in the background, but yeah.
That's all right. I know you've had a bit
multitasking for you. All right. Well,
really
lovely meeting you guys. I'm sure I'll once you're kind of coming on board. I don't think any of you guys are signed off yet, but we will set up more and more meetings to kind of go through stuff like this more and more going forward. But yeah, good luck with the journey. And I'm sure we will meet again very soon to kind of go through everything in a bit more detail. But yeah, any questions, if you think of anything, just ping me any questions that you've got. Thank you for having me. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Heena.
Bye. I don't know how to.
Right, so what does everyone think? What's everyone's favourite feature? Oh, hang on a second. Rachel, I'm going to pick on you.
Rude. I like the serious illness.
Yeah. What about it?
I think it's amazing how, obviously, every provider offers critical, but they're the only ones that offer serious, and they pay out in stages depending on your serious illness. So yeah, I like how it's about fitness as well. So I've just had a question pop in my head, and obviously I don't know if you can answer this.
What's the question?
What type of client would you say this is suited to? Would it be someone that goes to the gym a lot, that likes their fitness, or is there not really a type?
It's definitely an engagement product. So of course, if
I'm still here. Can I answer?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Go for it.
Yeah. Vitality. So there's a myth about vitality. People seem to think because we want our clients to get fit and healthy and engage with the program, it's only for really fit people or the people that go to the gym. It's not. The product has been designed to kind of get our clients to be more aware of their current lifestyle and obviously get fitter, because that is our purpose. However, when you look at the quotes on the system and you add the optimizer on there, you would actually see the savings that they have going to a standard provider and coming to Vitality. So even if they don't engage with Vitality, for the first 10 to 15 years, they would still be paying reduced premium to Vitality than they would be paying to, I'm going to pick on Aviva, for example. And what I mean by that is, if you do a guaranteed premium, which most of the providers offer, so Aviva, for example, say you do a quote for £100,000, it's costing you £100 a month. If you do the same quote with Vitality, it's potentially 30% cheaper, so it's £70 a month. If that client doesn't engage with Vitality at all, in terms of doesn't actually track any steps, doesn't do anything, what we do is we do a clawback system. So we would claw back that 30% discount we've given the client, maximum of 2.5% each year. I'm not going to do the calculations, but if you do the calculations, that 2.5% kind of works out to be about £2.50 a year, and obviously goes up based on the price. That £2.50 will go up to like £2.80, £3, £3.10 each year, as obviously the overall premium goes up. But it would still take the client 10 to 15 years to get to be paying that £100 a month that they would have been paying with Aviva. Does that make sense? Yeah. So they don't actually need to be fit or go into the gym on a regular basis. They would still be saving the monthly premiums with us. And definitely for the first 12 months, they're having a £30 cheaper premium than going with Aviva. But at the same time, they've got the basic core benefits. So the core rewards that we offer as well, absolutely free, no engagement required. So gym, 40% off their gym membership. So when you work out the savings that they'll get from that, you've also got Champion's spa and things like that as well. So when you work out all those benefits that they offer, we offer for no extra cost, it actually works out a lot cheaper and they don't need to engage with us. So answer to your question, Vitality is for everyone. But you just need to one thing that I would say is that explain to the client that if they don't engage with us and they don't engage with the program, they are going to have yearly increase on their premium, but they will still be cheaper than what they would be paying if they went with a guaranteed yearly premium provider. And to be fair, if we look at our direct debits, any of us that are pay mortgages or any type of direct debits that we've got, every direct debit every 12 months gets increased. Gas, electric, telephone, BT bill, Sky, everything gets renewed on a yearly basis, and it changes. So a lot of the times that some of my brokers will say, actually, no, my client wants a premium that's set every year. They don't want this increased level. But the answer with that is you know, every bill that you pay off your direct debit changes every year, and Vitality would be no different to that. Does that help?
Yeah, thank you.
I'll go back on mute.
I love how she was just sneaking down there. Glenn, what's your favourite feature?
I like the fact that the serious illness, the serious illness cover covers 182 conditions.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, obviously, I learned that Royal London come in second with 84, so it's just a massive. The difference is just huge, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is the thing. I mean, obviously, you can have a perfectly healthy life, but those little severities, you know, they do occur and they do still affect your life. And I think obviously Vitality really does give you money, like makes it worth your while, paying all those premiums, especially with the discounts and reward system. It's really looking after you while you're alive, which is what you want. Agota, what about you? Agota, you there? Oh, obviously not. Shannon, I'm going to come to you.
Sorry, I was talking to my own self. I was on mute. Are you talking to me or Shannon? Sorry, I've confused the matters.
Won't let me. Hang on, because we're both in the office, it's getting a bit confusing. Right, she's having technical issues at the minute, so Agota, you go.
So I think the biggest thing for me was what Heena said about covering 3 times more conditions than next provider. So that's huge.
Yeah, I think where you've got the other providers, where you've got full payment conditions and then additional payment conditions, you've only really got the chance to claim twice maximum, whereas obviously with Vitality you can keep chipping away at that sum assured until there's nothing left. But you know, it's there for, I think it's a bit like income protection, I guess, in a way, because it's serving those little fractures as well. Who else have we got?
Thank you.
That's right. I think I've worked it out now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm gonna mute you.
Oh, can you hear? Okay.
Right, you go.
Right. So the thing I like about Vitality is definitely the discounts and reward system, because as you may know, a lot of other providers don't do much for you when you're actually alive. It's like you have to pass away for them to actually do something, whereas the reward system is engaging and you can get the most out of it whilst you're living. Thanks, Shannon. That's all right.
Sorry, it gets a bit confusing when you're in the same room. So I'm just going to run through some other bits that obviously Heena probably didn't hit on. So obviously, as you can see on the screen, you've got the Vitality app. So this is what it looks like. If you wanted to see what it looks like, you can go onto that link here, and you can actually see, you know, what you'll view. Get these points from doing steps, walking, just keeping fit. You do like a health MOT at the beginning of every year, which gives you a set of points at the beginning to kind of get you going towards your silver. And as you can see, you know, you get your free coffee, Cineworld and View vouchers, which I have had them in the past, and it is kind of like a little freebie that, you know, you're kind of paying for, but it's, you know, it's that little you know, treat that you get at the end of your week sort of thing. So yeah, that's the app. And like Heena said, you've really got to stress the importance of engaging with it, because you know that they need to go on the app, but you really need to make sure that they know that as soon as you know your policy is live, you need to start engaging with it, because you have got a year to do it. There are ways to kind of go from bronze to silver very quickly. So you know, if you've been to the dentist, for example, and you register that you've had that visit, you get a certain amount of points towards that. I think like 100 points just for going to the dentist. And health checks, if you go to Lloyd's, I believe, and have like a blood check, your heart rate and all that sort of stuff with your blood pressure, I think you get about up to 150 points. So you've already got 250 points there without even taking a step. And you know, if you get 8 points in the week, that's when you get, you know, your free coffee, and then your fortnightly Cineworld vouchers. So it's fun. It's kind of like having a little competition with yourself every week to have that like coffee. If you're Cade, he loves his coffee, so you know, it serves for everyone, and I think there's a reward there for everyone as well. And then obviously going on to the rewards, obviously Heena went through quite a few of them. So the most popular ones that we kind of talk about, Apple Watch, like Heena said, you get a 36-month contract, and if you really keep up with your points, you actually don't have to pay for that Apple Watch. It's only if you're not interacting that I think you have to pay like £6 a month, £9 a month. But realistically, if you've got an Apple Watch, you know, every step counts, even if you're walking into another room. So it really keeps you engaging with the app. Champneys, obviously you get 75% off 1, 2 or 3 night stays, and spa days, and it is pretty amazing when you calculate it up how much it's actually going to cost you, and obviously that takes your meals into consideration as well, like Heena said. Cafe Nero voucher, like I said, comes in weekly, and it is based on your interaction. Odeon and View vouchers, a lot of parents like this one. You know, it's something, you know, you can take your kids to the cinema every fortnight. You know, you're paying for this plan, and it's also going to reap the benefits as well by, you know, keeping your kids quiet for 2 hours. So, and then obviously a new one, Pure Gym, that's very up and coming. I know most people kind of go for Pure Gym because it's cheap, and you can get it even cheaper because it's up to 50% now on the Plus memberships. So I think it works out about sort of £16 now, once the membership's been applied. And then, as we all said, serious illness cover, obviously that is the unique product for Vitality. The link down the bottom here, that is a comparison tool. It's a bit like CI Expert if you've spoken to me and had me recommend for some clients. Vitality doesn't appear on CI Expert because it's not critical illness, it's serious illness. So you don't have that opportunity to compare the likes of Viva to Vitality on there. But on this comparison tool, you can. So it'll show, you know, the amount of conditions it covers, what it does and doesn't cover, if it did, what the difference is in the payouts as well. So really important, by stressing how kind of invaluable Vitality is. And on top of that, there's dementia frail care cover as well. I'm not sure if Heena covered that, but that's all comes into sort of later life cover. So if you take that out, you get dementia, for example, after around sort of age 70, after your serious illness cover finishes, you can still make a payout for that. I think you get about 50% of your sum assured if you just go for the core option, and then it will double up if you do the plus option. 1 in 6 people over the age of 80 get diagnosed with dementia. So, and obviously critical illness cover only usually covers until about 75 maximum. So of course, this actually gives the opportunity to cover that illness. Getting on to rockets. This is the up-to-date leaderboard. So we've got Rachel on 16, Glenn on 14, Laura on 3, Agota on 2, Lizzie on 2, and then we're just waiting for Barry and Mega as well. Keep sending them in. Obviously, it's time that we can, spend together, observe the appointments, and really learn. This job is all about doing. You can read as many key features documents and websites, but actually seeing how an appointment works and being involved in that process, it really does kind of make the job. And trial and error as well is what really kind of counts towards your experience as well. So coming up, this one is a quicker session today, so apologies. Or maybe thank you. Next week we've got British Friendly, and to note that that's on Tuesday, that's not on Thursday next week. And that's with British Friendly, Debbie Bonser. So that's an income protection specialist provider. So obviously that is a no-brainer to come and watch. I'm sure income protection is one of those things that is probably the least sold across the products. So yeah, definitely come and watch that one. And then we've got Cade the week after, our mortgage advisor. Some of you might have spoken to him already. He'll be explaining about mortgages and the importance of a mortgage, because although some of you are just going to be protection only, you might want to do your CMAP in a few years' time, or you might be doing that now. But it's more about understanding why we protect the debt and what's so important about that. And it's just good to kind of have a little bit of knowledge behind you when you talk about mortgages to clients. And then you get me again. So I'll be doing a session about wills and trusts, going through my process, how I kind of stay organised, the real kind of use of having executors, trustees and guardians, and how to keep regenerating your leads. So that'll be quite an invaluable one for you guys. So does anyone have any questions at all? Oh, we've got some chats. No, anyone? No? Everyone happy? Okay, if anyone wants to stay on the chat and ask any questions, go for it. If not, have a great evening, guys.
Thanks, Kaylee. Bye.
Thanks, Kaylee. See you later.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Oh, right, hang on.